Hey guys, it's August and welcome back to Let's Play StarCraft II. Last time we did the mission Media Blitz where we broadcast Meng's misdeeds across the entire Dominion, and that put him in a lot of shit. Which is really good for us because it gives us a perfect chance to go after Kerrigan and the artifacts. Although I will say that Rayna's personality switch in the last episode was kinda weird. At the beginning he was like, "We're gonna work with Valera and anyone who disagrees with me can get off the ship." And then as soon as the mission started, it was like, "Yeah, let's take down Mengsk, everyone. High five, Horner, you did a great job." So yeah, it was kind of goofy. I suppose that happens though if you do missions in a slightly weird order, but let's just say that off screen, Horner gave him a stern talking to, and that put him back on track. Just if Rayna goes angry again, ignore it, okay? Good? Good. Let's check out the news.
Kate Lockwell here, live from Core Hall. There's rioting in the streets. Citizens are setting fire to government buildings to express their shock and anger at the startling revelations from earlier today. Donnie, what's the situation where you are?
I had a brother on Tarsonis. I had a brother there.
Right. Thanks for that, Donnie. Okay. Emperor Mengsk broadcast a statement earlier today. Unfortunately, UNN satellites were on lockdown at the time. Let's replay a bit of that.
This evidence has been falsified. The enemies of the Dominion will go to any length to soil my good reputation. These ruthless, slanderous attacks cannot...
At that point, the Emperor was shouted down. He's since retreated to his palace and refuses to speak to anyone. In this reporter's opinion, Emperor Mengsk has been revealed as a...
Yep, Core Hall is going to shit. Anyway, what do you have to say, Tosh?
UNN may never be on your side, but after today, they smell blood on Minsk, and that's good for all of us.
Yeah, I bet he's happy with that. We also have this media mogul hiding at the top here. Jim Tychus brought this back as a keepsake. I thought it would look good in the cantina. We did it, Jim. The revolution has begun. From our good friend Matt Horner. Alright, down to the lab. Anything here? Doesn't look like it.
Yes. You have a question, sir?
Not really. Over to the armory. What's going on, Swan?
You see? Told you I could build something better than that piece of crap, Odin.
I like that. That's the spirit, brother. Show him who's boss.
Got some work to do on the chassis still, but I got to thinking about upgrades and variants, you know? They ain't gonna be cheap, cowboy. Big honking thing like that never is. But they'll be worth it, you'll see.
That's what I like to hear. I'll take a look and see what's affordable.
So let's have a look at those Thor upgrades. So the Thor's upgrades are the 330mm barrage cannon, stuns central targets and does massive area damage. That is great. It's basically what the Odin has, but now any Thor can use it, so make sure to pick that one up because it is good. They also have the Immortality Protocol. Destroyed Thors can be rebuilt in the field. This is a really sort of interesting and weird ability, actually. How it works is that if a Thor is destroyed, they will go into this repairing state, and after a while they will come back. Now, this is good because it means your front line becomes a lot bulkier. Some of your Thors, if they're destroyed, will come back, of course. And it's kind of neat, I guess. I'm not really sure how I feel about this ability. It seems good on paper, but I've never really messed around with it that much to form a good opinion on it. But if you like Thors, I would get this one too, because it is pretty neat anyway. As for me though, because I'm not really planning to use Thors in the playthrough, what do I want to get? I have a lot of money. Maybe the Banshee cloaking one? Let's get that. Anything else for now? I can finally get concussive shells from the Marauder. It's been a while for that. All that for the Goliath. I'm not really using Goliath though. I'll hold on to it for now. We'll decide more later. Alright, up to the bridge. What do you have to say about all this, Matt?
Those classified documents we found on Core Hall weren't anything special. Just referred to some old bioweapons lab orbiting Castanar.
I think this one might be different. The file suggests they were planning to terminate everyone who ever worked there.
I assume that doesn't mean firing them. But why would Mengsk want to kill a whole research staff?
I don't know. But it seems like something we should check out.
It does indeed.
It does, though I was expecting something about the broadcast from Matt. What about you, Tychus?
Well, so you're thinking about giving up this life of luxury and becoming a professional broadcaster?
Oh, regular folks just ain't ready for the raw sex appeal I'd unleash into their great little lives. I reckon my niche is right here with you, old buddy. Right to the end.
I'm glad you're part of all this, Tychus. You did real good today.
You're the best, Tychus. Alright, to the star map, and we have 2 planets here. One of them is the secret mission we found last time, but we'll be doing that in the next video, because today we're going to the Sigma Quadrant. This mysterious, largely unexplored tract of space is rumored to hold derelict spacecraft of unknown alien origin.
Commander, our mutual friends at the Mobius Foundation have located the last artifact fragment. When this final piece is secured, we can proceed to Char and confront Kerrigan. Good luck, Mr. Raynor. I fear you'll need it.
Let's do it.
My Mobius associates have finally tracked down the last piece of the artifact. It's on a derelict Xel'naga ship located within the Sigma Quadrant.
Pretty far off the beaten path, Junior.
The artifact is here. The ship has several ripfield generators which disintegrate everything at a molecular level in a matter of moments. Fortunately, our new Minotaur-class battlecruisers should be able to survive the fields long enough to destroy the generators.
Anything else we should know?
Well, long-range scans have identified a sizable Tal'Darim force holding in the area.
We are in way over our heads on this one, Jimmy. Walking into rip fields. I didn't sign up for no suicide mission. We should just take the money and run.
Getting cold feet, Tychus?
I lost 9 years in prison on account of you. Ain't tossing what's left of my life away just so you can rescue your little princess. Remember, you own me, partner.
Not enough to quit on something like this. You're relieved. You can sit this one out, partner.
Fine, then. You know where I'll be.
Adjutant, prep the ship for jump. Let's get this over with.
Caution. Anomalous gravity distortion detected.
There's the first rip field Valerian talked about. The battle cruisers should be able to survive long enough to destroy the generator, but only if they concentrate their fire. Got it.
Alright, so before we get to the main part of the mission, we have this little section to go through here. We have to destroy a couple of stalkers with our Terran battle cruiser. Our battle cruisers are amazing, I'll talk more about that in a little bit. But for now, let us see Yamato, this rip fuel generator. That's what I like to see, and take it down.
Yes, Commander.
What do you think, sir? Quick smash and grab?
We're gonna need more than a couple of battle cruisers to blast our way through.
Take your time, Commander. I'd rather do this right and get the artifact.
Alright, so this is more of the Void. Now, despite the build-up, this mission is actually really easy. Our goal is, of course, to get the artifact, and these generators are in the way.
We'll be lucky to find any normal resources here. But centuries of asteroid impacts have scattered mineral fragments and crystallized Vespene all over the wreck.
All right, we'll scout around and see what we can pick up.
So yeah, we have to get through these generators to get to the artifact, and these generators really aren't that bad. They will slowly damage any unit that goes into this field here, which is bad for things like Marines and medics, you know, things with low health. But our battlecruisers here have 550 health. These guys can tank this for days. And as you saw at the beginning, if you Yamato it and then do a couple of extra shots, that field's going down. So yeah, if you just kind of spam battlecruisers in this mission, then you'll be perfectly fine. The only kind of worry in this mission are the Protoss guys, but even they aren't really that bad. At most, they'll send a transport your way with a couple of units, or maybe a carrier or two, but that's really it, so... Like, once again, if you just spam battlecruisers, you'll be perfectly fine. And so yes, that is exactly what I'll be doing in this mission, because battlecruisers are pretty cool. So these are our next unit, and they are also the final Terran unit we'll be getting. These guys are great. They are the late game flying units that are incredibly bulky and can soak up a lot of damage.
Who wants some?
To build them, it's actually quite difficult because you do need to get a starport with a tech lab, or a tech reactor in our case, and you also need to get this building over here called a fusion core, and a fusion core in single player allows you to produce battle cruisers, but in multiplayer allows you to get some of the other air upgrades, like for your Banshees and Medevacs and all that. But yeah, for us here, it's just for the battle cruisers, so make sure to pick this up if you're planning to get any yourself, because you will definitely need that. And before I actually go and take out the first generator, I'm going to get a couple more battle cruisers, maybe, I think one more should be enough. And we'll bring this guy over and get him repaired by these SCVs. So while this is going on, let's talk about the battle cruisers, because these guys are cool. And yes, I read your battle cruiser. So, as I mentioned, these guys are like a Terran unit. They can soak up a lot of damage, and they can put out a lot of damage too with their Yamato cannon, which is basically a single target nuke ability that does 300 damage to whatever you want to kill. So yeah, that is really, really good. They don't do a whole lot of damage to their basic attacks, like it's kind of this multi-fire little beam thingy, which isn't like too great, but they're really, really good at being the front line in your army that can soak up a lot of damage, speaking of transports, and take a lot of damage, and then use Yamato to take out any of the high priority targets, like cannons or siege tanks and stuff like that.
Alright, boys. Hit him with the Yamato cannon.
Like that. So yeah, this is what battle cruisers are best at. Just taking high priority targets and then soaking up damage while you let the rest of your army deal damage. One of the things to watch out for is that they are quite slow, as I mentioned, so things like Vikings can cut them very easily, and large numbers of weaker units like Marines or Hydralists and shit like that can take them down pretty easily too. But if you use them to like support the rest of your army, or, you know, in this case, just spam battle cruisers and you'll be perfectly fine. Yep, that is the first generator down. Easy as. So because I've been rambling, I forgot to build more battle cruisers. So along with those disadvantages, another big thing about the battle cruisers is that they are really, really expensive to build. Along with taking like all of this, as I mentioned, they also require 400 minerals, 300 gas, and 6 supply.
Antaro Tassadar, friend Reno. The Tal'Darim have imprisoned all who oppose them. Release us, and we will gladly fight at your side against them.
Hey, our Dark Templar buddies are here. Make sure to get those, by the way. I'll talk more about them in a little bit. But yeah, the mineral cost and gas cost and even supply cost of building battle cruisers is quite high, so I would only recommend building them if you have the capacity to support them. Because if you don't, then you're kind of like, you know, built all of this for nothing, so. So those guys are clearing that at the moment. One thing that I would recommend in this mission is move over to this base here pretty quickly. The base you start with doesn't have too many minerals in it and you will run out, so move over there and pick that up, and once you do that you should be fine for the rest of the mission. So what are you guys doing down here? Oh, more transports. Yeah, like these aren't too bad to deal with, but they can be kind of annoying, so what I would recommend in this mission is try and leave a couple of battle cruisers near your base, because if a transport gets in, they will slowly start to attack you, which is, like, as I mentioned, kind of annoying. It isn't really that dangerous, but it is quite annoying. Like this. Like, oh no, they're doing tiny amounts of damage to my starports here. Although I suppose that can be quite bad for us if they do manage to take out the like tech reactor, because then we can't put battle cruisers. But they're all gone. Let's drop some SCVs over here to get a command center started. And I will send these guys down here to free these Dark Templar. So you want to free the Dark Templar for a couple of reasons. First of all, freeing them gives us a research point, which at this point doesn't really matter, but hey, it's more money, so that's nice. And they can also traverse inside this field here without taking any damage. And so if you can sneak a couple in and then take out some of these fields or a bunch of enemies, then you'll be pretty good. Like, the enemy can't detect them unless they have a cannon nearby, so as long as you watch out for that and don't send them into any dangerous situations, then yeah, the Dark Templars can make this mission way easier too. And we freed the first bunch, so nice.
Our thanks, James Raynor. The Tal'Darim will pay for their treachery.
No worries, buddy. Something else too about the Dark Templar, which is really cool, and I don't believe I mentioned, in this game, there's actually two types of them you can get. There's this one which has like the dual blades to it, and then another one which has this scythe sort of thing. And so that's really, really cool. I believe this one's based on the StarCraft 1 design, and this is from StarCraft 2. And I think they're the only units in the entire game that have something like that. Well, without counting like skins and stuff they can buy for characters, but that's like completely different. Kind of, I guess. At least this is free and you have to pay money for it, which is kind of ridiculous.
We will join the hunt for the Tal'Darim.
I suppose, you know, at this point, StarCraft 2's campaign is done, so Blizzard have to make money somehow, but still charging for skins seems kind of weird to me. But anyway, I suppose that's a discussion for another day. Yeah, make sure to get these, by the way, because this will help out our battlecruiser production so much, and all of this too. Like, there's just so much gas lying around. And oh no, they're sending a couple of ships our way, whatever will we... Oh, okay. I guess that's what we'll do. Let's get those. I did want to get some ship upgrades here and completely forgot about them. Oh no. This is so easy. Honestly, it's a nice break because some of the later missions in the campaign can be quite challenging, so having a mission like this which is just easy and you can just blitz through is nice. Okay, so I think it's about time to take out another, what's it called again? I forget. Like a rip field generator. So which one should we take out next? Probably this one right here. One thing that you do want to watch out for this mission is try and go after the rip field generators in a kind of smart order. So like this area right now is being protected by this one. So if we take this out and quickly run our battlecruisers back, then they'll be safe. If we go after one further in, then even if we take it out, we might still be in the rip field. So as long as you play kind of smart like this, and you'll be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that rip field generator is down.
Mineral field depleted.
Vault. We are very close to the artifact.
Make peace with your gods, defilers. You will now answer for your crimes.
That Protoss mothership is formidable, sir. Scans indicate it's capable of cloaking nearby friends and phasing enemies out of existence for a short time.
Oh no, a mothership! Whatever will we do? That? I saw you, Carrier. Where is he? Carrier. There he is. Let's take him out. There's a bunch of them. Like, yeah, the Protoss really don't do anything in this mission. They're minor annoyances at best. Let's bring these guys over. You good? They destroyed all the interceptors. Let's start pumping out some more of our battlecruisers here. That's good. We need some more supply depots. Let's get you. Oh, you don't need to abandon ship battlecruisers. These guys are cool, but they complain all the time. Easy. So one other thing I wanted to talk about in relation to the battlecruisers is that this mission can be made way easier in a couple of ways, depending on which tier 4 Zerg research you got. So for me, I got regenerative biosteel, which means that my battlecruisers will heal all the time, which is fantastic. Because while they're waiting around, they'll heal, and even in this field, they'll heal. So they'll take even longer to die, which is nice. And the other one is the thing that gives you an extra 100 energy, which is fantastic for battlecruisers because it means that you can use your Yamato cannon even more. Like, that means that right now, they can use your Yamato cannon once and have to get a bit of energy back. But you can use it like twice in a row and just completely obliterate anything. So the regenerative biosteel is great in particular for this mission, but the energy thing is just great in general. And this is what I mean too, like your battlecruisers can just friggin' tank the damage from this for days, like they're barely phased. This one's taking a little bit of damage here, so pulling him back. Don't want to lose these guys after putting the investment in. Like the rest of this, yeah, like there's nothing they can really do about this. Let's pull my guys back. And I'll put them about here, just to defend against any transports to try and sneak in and take out my starports.
Not enough minerals.
That is one kind of annoying thing about this mission, is that if the Protoss do get back here, they will attack your starport and shit. But if you want to be extra safe, you could always just pick it up and land it here, and it'll be close to your battlecruisers then. So our tier 1 attack is up, which is nice. Doesn't do too much with the battle cruisers, of course, because their attack isn't great, but it's still pretty good at taking out like weaker units like zealots and sentries and all that jazz. So I think what I'll do next is sneak these guys in and clear this out. As I mentioned before, just pay close attention that there isn't any photon cannons nearby, because that will show these guys and they'll be completely obliterated. The Dark Templar on this mission have a habit of chasing units down, and so if they happen to chase after them into a cannon, then like this one here, then they will die, so watch out for that. Alright, our battlecruiser army is looking pretty good so far. So let's sneak these guys through here, and then they can blow that up. And then all we need to do is free this last set of prisoners and go after the vault then, which should be easy enough. Oh no, battlecruiser! You okay? He's fine. Let's get some more of these guys. Yeah, the minerals are slowly going. Let's just throw in some mules here. I missed one, that's fine. Oh, quickly take it out before that battlecruiser dies. Oh no, he's fine. He still has like a fifth of his life left.
Base is under attack.
Oh, and this is what I was talking about. Oh, thanks, Dark Templar. You guys are the best. You kind of missed in there. Battlecruiser, are you blind? There we go. Thank you. Alright, let's get some of you guys down here to repair these battlecruisers. I reckon at this point we can just go in, take out this thing here, and then go after the vault. But I do want to repair these guys before we do that. I suppose we can throw in some mules too. This is like a horrible waste, but mules can repair, so let's do that. Get all that back up. Bring him over. Let us get...
Additional supply depots required.
Yes, we need some more supply depots, of course. This mission would be way easier if we had that instant supply depot thing, but alas, I decided to get... I think the +1 to my gas. I did.
Yes, Commander.
Hello.
Patching. Oh, really?
Yes. Oh, really? Alright. I called in the fleet. You have to go rescue some prisoners of war over here, battlecruiser man. This mission has so many resources lying around too. You don't even need them, that's the thing. Like, as you can see, I'm pretty much doing fine right now.
Acknowledged.
Let's go over here. Clear that out. All of these dudes can just go up here. You don't need to abandon ship. Like, I can understand, like, you know, kind of marauders freaking out and stuff, but we haven't freaking, like, how many battle cruisers here? Like, 13 or something?
Truly you bring freedom to all, friend Rainer.
Alright, that's the last of the prisoners. Oh, here comes the mothership. So, what should we do against this? How about we do this? Nice. Where did they go? Oh, it teleported back to the base. Let's jump in the vortex here. Yeah, units in the vortex can't attack or be attacked. So, let's do this. That's kind of similar to this unit from StarCraft 1 called the Arbiter, which could put units in stasis. And anything that was in stasis couldn't attack, but it couldn't also be attacked. So you have to be kind of careful with that and not stasis things that you really want to kill. Alright, the mothership is kind of annoying, but it's almost dead. I reckon just one more, like, round of Yamatos will be enough to take it out. Almost. Yeah, it can also hide its friendly units. Clear all these dudes out. We are taking damage from that field, like, while we're messing around with this thing, so... Oh no! Oh, I saw him die. That was a shame. I really want to take out the mothership, because that is a real pain.
Take it slow.
I reckon... You know what, screw it, let's go after the vault. Most of my Yamatos are back up. I think all of my, like, weak battle cruisers have died, so hooray. But I reckon if we just Yamato this thing a bunch, then it will go down. And there we go.
All right, we're clear. Grab that thing and set a course to rendezvous with Valerian.
Alright, and that was More of the Void. So here are the achievements, here is the mission summary, and let's head back to the Hyperion.
Hey, you boys gotta wake up. Raynor sold us out. I joined this outfit to fight the Dominion, not work for him.
Everybody simmer down. We trusted the commander before. We should trust him now.
You can't trust that drunk. Jim Raynor's nothing but a spineless coward.
You've been nothing but poison since you got on this crate.
That right? Pathetic. Only person you can trust is yourself. The sooner you peons figure that
Heard
out.
about enough of this.
You got 'em all fooled, don't you, Jimmy? But the first sign of trouble, you'll just duck and run. It's what you do, ain't it? Me, them, that pretty little girlfriend of yours.
Don't do something you're gonna regret, Tigus. Think he's right? I'm just gonna run out on you?
You got us working for the Dominion now, Commander. Taking us back to Char. It's like you're gone already.
This ain't about the Dominion. Our war's always been about saving lives. If the Zerg wipe everyone out, it's all been for nothing. So I'm going back to Char. If you're with me, it's your choice. Just like it's always been.
Now that's the commander I've been waiting on.
Satisfied?
Let's get back to work, boys.
I don't want to have this conversation again. And fix my damn jukebox.
A little help here? Anybody?